Welcome to Up Vision Concept Academy video on most likely WAEC, JAMB, GCE math question in 2025. Preparing for WAEC, JAMB, or GCE exams can be daunting, especially when it comes to mathematics. But with the right preparation and strategy, you can ace your exams and achieve your academic goals. The following are areas of concentration in these exams. The first is number and numeration, a foundation for success. You are advised to go through all the topics in numbers and numeration. The topics under this broad topic is the laws of indices. Here you'll be understanding indices and how they work, and it is crucial for simplifying expression and solving equations. Secondly, you look at logarithms and anti-logarithms. Logarithms are used to solve complex equations and simplify calculations. Mastering them is essential for advanced math. Third topic under number and numeration is sorts and their simplification. Here you see rational and irrational numbers. Sorts are basically irrational numbers, and you see them being used in algebraic form. There are rules to simplify sorts, and your understanding will also help you to ace the exams. Finally, under number and numeration, you will look at fractions, decimals, and percentages. You should be good with fractions, converting fractions to decimals, and converting both fractions and decimals to percentages. Also, you will look at word problem coming from these topics. Sometimes you will see where you have to do equations for logarithms or indices. Sometimes you see the combination of indices and logarithm culminating into equations. Here also on this page you can see the various laws of indices. You might need to know these laws and apply them in simple expressions and also apply them in equations. Example, if I are told to simplify 3 raised to the power 2 times 5 raised to the power minus 5 using the laws of indices, how will you do so? Have you mastered your laws of indices? You can pause the video and try to solve this simple expression I just called out and drop your answers in the comment section. The next broad topic you should also be good at is algebra. Algebra. You are required to build a strong mathematical foundation on algebra. Algebra has to do with you using letters to represent expressions, and operations will also be applied on the letters. Under algebra, you should be good at factorization. No matter how complex the question can be, you should know how to factorize, group by grouping the expressions and bringing out the common terms. You should also know how to factorize quadratic equation and also know how to break down complex expressions and solve for your knowns. This is a fundamental skill in algebra. Secondly, we have simultaneous equation under algebra. We have the linear equation, of which you should be very good at to find your known variable. Know that a variable will be put inside the equation, and you will try to find the value that will make that equation true. That is, both sides will balance. For simultaneous equation, you will be required to solve two equations at the same time, looking for two different variables, x and y, for example. You should know how to use the various forms of simultaneous equation, but for exams like JAMB, the method you use does not matter. Only ensure that you have speed in dealing with such equations. Third topic under algebra is sequences and series. Here you will see where sequence and series uh, involve arithmetic and geometric progression. You know the formula, the basic formula for arithmetic progression and geometric progression, some formulas, and application in problem solving. In all this, you will be tested in problem solving for both factorization, simultaneous integration, and even sequences and series. Students should master algebraic expressions, equations, factorization, and simplification. Practice solving linear equations and simultaneous equations. Apply formulas correctly and carefully analyze word problems for accurate interpretation and solution. In this slide also, you can see the various quadratic equations or methods of solving quadratic equations. You have the factorization method, you have the quadratic formula, you have the complexity square, and the graphical methods. For exams like WAEC, where you might need to show your workings, you must know how to apply each of these formulas. Example, if you have 2x squared minus 3x minus 5 is equals to 0, you will be asked to factorize this. The tip here is that quadratic equations often appear in WAEC or JAMB. Learn to use the factorization and quadratic formula methods. The next broad topic is geometry, trigonometry, understanding shapes and angles. Angles and bearings is a topic under geometry and trigonometry. You need to understand that a triangle is a three-sided shape. You need to also understand the interaction between the angles and the sides of the angles. There are formulas. Know your sine formula, your cosine formula, your tangent formula, your trigonometric identities, and also how to get angles having two sides, and how to get a side having an angle and a side. Application of this also can include bearings, word problems, where you may have to have a story that will culminate into using formulas that you understand to resolve that particular word problem. Psychogeometry is also very important. You need to know the theorems, all the theorems, because you might be asked to solve for angles, cyclic quadrilaterals. You might ask to solve for angles in the circle, where you have different theorems. So go through all your theorems, know the relationship between your radius and your chords and the angles that are present inside the circle. And the trigonometric ratios you should also be familiar with. The next broad topic is probability and statistics, making sense of data. Number one, understanding probability helps determine the likelihood of events occurring, while statistics also allow us to analyze and interpret data. Number two, calculating mean, median, and mode are essential for analyzing data sets, identifying central tendencies, and understanding the distribution of information. Number three, understanding simple probability calculation is vital for solving problems, including coin flips, dice rolls, and other random events. So take note of these terms, that a coin is flipped or dice are rolled. You need to know how many sides the coins have. That is the total outcome. The coin has two sides, so it will not exceed two sides. And for a dice, the total outcome is 6, because the dice has 6 sides. So know how to navigate questions on probability and statistics. By the side of this presentation, you have a typical question for probability, and you could pause the video and see how this particular question is solved step by step. Okay, now we are going to the tips of exam, mastering exam strategy and study tips. If you are taking exams for the first time, that is WAEC or JAMB, you do not need to panic. The first thing you have to do before you do your exams is practice past questions. These exams, JAMB, WAEC, and GCE, NECO, they all recycle questions. They take questions, sometimes verbatim, sometimes they just change the terms, the numbers inside the question. So regular practice is crucial for familiarizing yourself with the exam format, question types, and difficult levels. Number 2 strategy is to identify weak areas. By now, if you are preparing for your exam and you have like 2 or 3 months, you would have known areas where you are not so good. Focus on those areas. Mathematics is practice. Focus on those areas. It's okay if while you are practicing you fail some of the sums or exercises. It's okay, but you need to keep working at it. Focus on those areas where you struggle. Review work examples, seek clarification, and practice specific topics until you master them. That's very important. And thirdly is time management. In the exam itself, you need to manage your time effectively. You can practice before now how you manage your time, but when the exam comes, what you have is the allocated time that you are given. You are not, anything outside that time is just not useful. But it is a time when you are in the exam and the time is on. Anything you do positively within that time is what will count. So allocate your time effectively during the exam. Avoid spending too much time on challenging questions. Just skip to the next one. Ensure you answer all the questions within the allotted time. Unlocking your potential, confidence, and success. The steps you take from bottom to where success is knowledge, practice, strategy, and success. I've said it before that you need to gather knowledge, study these concepts, the topics I've shared with you, study them, then practice. Practice means that you do consistent practice, build confidence, and strengthen your understanding of concepts. Then also develop a strategy. You can decide to say, okay, my own strategy is to tackle difficult questions first, then I now go to the easy ones, or I can do the easy ones first and then I'll go to the difficult ones. And if you follow these 3, then success will be sure for you. With dedication, preparation, and positive mindset, you can achieve academic success and reach your goals. So get started today. Your journey to success starts now. Don't wait any longer. Start studying today and put your knowledge to test. Remember, every step you take towards your goals brings you closer to achieving them. And final charge is that now that you know the most likely WAEC, JAMB, and GCE math topics, start practicing. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe to our channels for more videos and content on mathematics so that you don't miss the next video. Let us know in the comments what topic you want us to cover next. See you in the next lesson. And if you want to have one-on-one classes, you can contact us on Vision Concept Academy via WhatsApp on the number on the screen, 092 0902 571 9381. WhatsApp only to book your lessons. I hope this presentation has been informative for you. I'd like to thank you for viewing.